An Uber car dropped off the suspect at 2019 yesterday, 2:19 p.m. at Stoneman Douglas High School. The suspect entered the east stairwell, that's building 12, with a rifle inside a black, soft case. The suspect exited the stairwell, pulled the rifle out of the case. At 2:21 hours and 33 seconds, the suspect readied his rifle and began shooting into rooms 1215, 1216, 1214. He went back to 1216, back to 1215, and then to 1213. The suspect then took the west stairwell to the second floor and shot one victim in room 1234 on the second floor. The suspect then took the east stairwell to the third floor. He dropped his rifle and backpack, ran down the stairs. He exited building 12 and ran towards the tennis courts, and then took a southbound turn on foot. The suspect crossed fields and ran west, along with others who were fleeing, and tried to mix in with the group that were running away, fearing for their lives. The suspect arrived at the Walmart store. He bought a drink at the Subway and then left the Walmart on foot. The suspect went to McDonald's, sat down for a short period of time. This was at 3:01 p.m. and he left on foot. At 3:41 p.m., 40 minutes after he departed from the McDonald's, the suspect was detained at 4700 Wyndham Lakes Drive in Coral Springs by an officer from the Coconut Creek Police Department. He was taken into custody without incident.
We were never advised of any additional information. Copy. Whoever was in the video that gave out that intel. Suspect involved on video. Any unit with any information as to any potential additional participants in this incident? Yankee 13. I'm at University in Holmberg. I have a juvenile who's in contact with somebody inside the school who advised that there was a shooter inside his room approximately 10 minutes ago now, wearing an orange shirt. He can't give me a room number. I'm waiting for him to get it to me. Golf 1.
I actually was in the bathroom at the moment, and I had came back to my classroom and I knocked on the door and the fire alarm went off, and principal came on the speaker and just said everyone needs to evacuate right now. So that's what we did. As I was going down the stairs, I heard a couple shots fired. Everyone was freaking out, saying that it was a gun. And as we were walking, the whole class together, I actually was speaking to the suspect, Nicholas Cruz. And as I was speaking to him, he seemed very, I don't know what the word I want to say is, but he was trouble in middle school. So I kind of joked to him about it and said, I'm surprised you weren't the one who did it. And he just gave me a huh. So that's really what happened.
You were walking down the hall. He had already fired at that time.
Yes, sir, with him.
Weren't you scared?
In the moment I wasn't, because there was obviously definitely another shooter involved, but...
Oh, you think he was not the only one?
No, definitely not.
Why do you say that?
Because when shots were fired, I saw him after the fact. So, and the shots were coming from the other part of the building. So there definitely had to be 2 shooters involved, I believe.
That's the first I've heard of that. Did you see any other students who were wounded?
No, sir.
Can I 552 put out the description one more time, please?
Gonna be. Description of the subject is going to be a white male, last seen wearing a burgundy shirt, possibly Nicholas Cruz, black pants or shorts. They're advising he was last seen leaving westbound towards West Blaze, mixed in with the students.
As law enforcement expanded its search for the shooter west of the high school, students still trapped inside reported to 911 operators that a shooter was still inside the high school.
Standby, we're getting an update. Caller advised Emily Vasquez is advising the shooter in personalization class on 2nd floor. No description. The female stopped texting the caller.
Were the reported sightings of the gunman's escape route to the west a mistake? If not, who was the gunman still inside the high school with the students?
10-3, I've 1033 here.
Go ahead with your 1033.
I'm with one of the parents who's talking to his child, staying there fighting with the gunman right now. I'm trying to attack what room.
All units hold your traffic. So.
All right, for Golf 1, we want to spread the perimeter out to University and Holmberg, University and Sawgrass, and Coral Ridge, and the Sawgrass, and Holmberg and Sawgrass. There's a lot of units here on scene that, if they're not doing something, they need to get on that perimeter. We have more than enough units on scene unless SWAT requests them.
Hold traffic. Possible student fighting with gunman. All units hold traffic for 1033.